Hello there, everyone. This is Nama, and I'm here today to tell you about my Kode With Klossy experience. So, first of all, I'd like to clarify that this video is not scripted. I just wrote the main points that I have to be talking about today, and yeah, just it. But before we get started, let me first tell you a little bit about myself. I chose the data science track and Kode With Klossy. I didn't really have any prior information about data science, just theoretical information, like what a data scientist is, what they do, and like the typical responsibilities. I had some core fundamentals about Python as well, but this is really all I knew about technology in this particular area. So today we'll be talking about the technical part, like the curriculum, the things you're going to study, the community, the scholars, the instructors, and last but not least, we're going to talk about the project that you will be making with your fellow scholars. Let's get first with the technical part. What to expect. So here I'm talking about, like, I'm someone who is coming from a data science background. So this might apply to data science perfectly, but it doesn't necessarily have to be the same for every other track. No matter what track you're gonna join, you will be able to do something tangible in the end of it. Because even for the other tracks, I saw some projects where students were able to create some mobile applications, some web pages. So things you can post on LinkedIn or maybe put on your portfolio. So for our data science camp, we learned how to use SQL. We learned SQLite. We didn't literally like learn the language as a whole. We just learned how to type in some kind of queries, but it was just more than enough to understand how data works, how you can clean data, how you can search for stuff. And I guess that was awesome. The second main part was talking about Tableau. Tableau is a tool for visualization. This is a tool that data scientists use in work and to make dashboards and these kind of stuff. But I thought that it was so hard that I could never learn it. I need ages to learn it. But what I actually learned is that you can make whole dashboards with just 20 hours of learning. So this was a very good thing that Kode With Klossy taught me, that you don't have to know everything now. You can just start doing stuff, even if it's basic projects. This push of dopamine is just so crazy. So how did we use to learn? Something I really liked about Kode With Klossy is that it's not like a course. It's not like you watch an episode of a course and then you just do the homework on your own. No, it's not like this. What you do is that you have technical sessions where you split your screen, like your computer screen, you split it into two halves. The first half is for this Zoom. You're going to see your typical structure, doing the stuff, maybe using Tableau or writing some SQL queries. And on the other half, you would do the same. You would just replicate what they're doing. So why do I love this? Basically because it guarantees that you are utilizing the information you're learning. And also, what I also like about Kode With Klossy is that they have a whole kind of book, like it's not just a Notion page. It summarizes everything that's technical that you're ever gonna take. A lot of times, things are not just gonna go as you wish. Even if you see your technical structure doing it and just working with them, no, it might not work with you. And this is what used to happen to all of us, okay? And this is gonna be so important for the project section. And what I really like about Kode With Klossy is that while you're learning, you can ask, like maybe you go through an error in your code and maybe you ask ChatGPT or maybe you search in the internet and you still don't know how to figure this out. You can basically hop into Zoom and just type in your question in chat, and you're gonna find a scholar or an instructor assistant to help you with your question. You're always gonna find someone to help you. You're always gonna find someone that you can help. And the last thing I'd like to talk about regarding the tech sessions and stuff is that there are also some office hours. They be some like hours before and after the camp where you can just hop into those hours. They're optional if you have any more questions. So I have one of those Zoom sessions. I have because I had a question about my final project with something regarding sharing a project between the team members. And thanks God they were able to tell me. And I guess this was all for the technical part. And remember that Kode With Klossy is just a 2 weeks program, so you won't learn everything in those 2 weeks. So yeah, put this in mind. Second of all, let's be talking about the community of Kode With Klossy. So basically, my camp was about 18 students, I guess, or maybe 70 students. This was called the cloud, okay? So those 70 students are part of the cloud. And the cloud is divided into 4 houses. House A, House B, House C, House A, B, C, House A, House B, House C, and House D. I was House C, by the way. And actually, my favorite part about Kode With Klossy was the community because I was in a very beautiful house. My beautiful scholars, my beautiful IAs, every girl there was just so amazing. We used to play a lot of games such as the connections. We played a lot of games that I didn't really know existed, but they were so fun. And we also talked about a lot of things. We shared a lot of opinions, especially that you're going to be in an international setting. So you might hear a lot of shocking things. Yeah. So be ready. And also, we used to have speeches, which is basically they used to host important women, whether that's in the tech field or not, to talk a lot, like talk about their experience and to teach us some important lessons. Basically, you will have so much fun, and you're gonna get exposed to a lot of cultures, languages, and a whole new world. For this part, I want to really give you an important advice, which is basically try to improve your English language as much as possible. Because if you do so, you'll be so comfortable talking to people, understanding their opinions. Last but not least, let's talk about the project. You will be divided into teams of maybe 3 to 5 scholars, and you will be using the information you guys learned throughout the camp to maybe solve a problem or get new insights, reach an objective. What I love about Kode With Klossy in this matter that they don't just leave you do whatever you want. I mean, you surely have the freedom of ideation and everything, but they will be there to guide you. They will be there to teach you like the correct principles of how to start a project, the correct principles of how to get an idea to check whether that idea is good or not. And you're always gonna have your IAs or like instructor assistants there to help you and to give you their feedback. You're also gonna get feedback from the main instructors, from other scholars, from other teams. So you will be just guided on the right track. So, as an example, my team and I were able to address the factors or the problems that could affect the students' academic performance. I saw other people talking about animal lives and how to save animals and different places of the world. I really saw a lot of important, cool ideas, so we can get creative. Just be sure that your idea is executable. And that's it. Yeah, I was just like reading through my notes, and I guess that we finished everything. I don't really know if you guys are gonna see this or not, but anyways, we finished all of this, and we're at the final part, which is the overall experience. And now you might be wondering, should you join Kode With Klossy or not? Whether you're coming from a background where you already technology savvy, or maybe you don't really know a lot about technology, my real advice, my honest advice is to definitely try Kode With Klossy. I might be joining Kode With Klossy again next year for another track that I didn't try before. I really suggest that everyone, whether you already have information or you don't, just join Kode With Klossy, see how it goes, basically. Anyway, so I adjusted the camera a little bit, but yeah, I don't have to worry about that. And I guess that's all I got to say. I don't really have anything more to add. But if you have any more questions, or if you just want to reach out to make sure of something, don't hesitate to do so. This was Nama, and see you again in a later video.